What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype episode 259 in the house. We got some stuff to talk about. We got the return of Guess That Price. Cody is going to make his return to Guess That Price to face off against these guys. I'm going to be in the host chair, so we'll see how that goes.
Poor
I think
Cody.
I put my money on Cody. He's
Poor
the
Cody
rookie coming in there.
He's going
He's
against the
gonna steal
champion, and then he's going against the guy that won it last. So
I would like to say, I believe I have played once. I have a 1,000 winning percent.
Do you have any idea how much hours of training I put in to guess this prize
Do-
or guess that prize? Whatever it's called.
do you have any
Yeah,
idea
whatever
how many Dan has won in these 260
I'm well aware.
episodes?
I go home.
I think I've won the most.
I go home and I just look at eBay. I put in like 12, 16 hours a day. I don't even sleep
Dan
anymore.
puts in the work.
I put in the work.
What is that from dodgeball when you're doing a mental workout?
That's
what
it.
you're doing.
A mental workout. I'm breaking a mental sweat.
So we're going to
what I'm
actually,
doing.
and we're going to talk about the SPs and Topps Chrome. There's a couple sales on some Julio Rodriguez. We're going to analyze that. Another popular breaker, not us, pulled another pivotal card, and the tinfoil hats have came out. So we're going to discuss that, give you guys our take on that again. It's been a kind of a slow week, so we got to figure out things to talk about. And that's
We got to
gonna be one
create
of them.
stories. I like
We're
it.
going to create stories. The NFL Blitz is going to be coming back as well. Before I get into that, I want to mention we're going to start doing these things for our listeners. It's a flash sale, and we're giving you half off. Half off Prism Choice EPL 21-22.
Cut the feed, Cody. Cut the feed.
This deal is too good.
This deal is too good. We can't do this.
So how is this going to work, guys? It only works for this product, and you can only do one per customer. It's 50% off. The code is HYPE259, and that is on MojobreakShop.com. So right now it's $129. You're going to get $65
It was
off.
supposed to be 5% off.
$65 off of this box. So you're going to be able to get this box for $65 and some change depending on where you're located. And, man, what a deal. Only 10 available. Only 10 codes can be used. So jump on that as soon as you hear this. While you're still listening, go on MojobreakShop.com, and that is 21-22 Prism Choice EPL Soccer. We're trying to get some soccer cards in the hands of collectors, guys. We've got the National Treasures World Cup stuff coming out as well. The World Cup's in November. It's going to be soccer hype. So get this box. Only 10. There's only 10 available at this price. So use that code. It can only be used once per customer, and there's 10 available. So get on it now.
Yep.
But I also wanted to welcome Dan back. He had a great show last week. He professed his love to the Niners, and I just want to know how the Rams are doing.
I have a great show every week.
And he lost a bet. He clearly lost a bet, and he's getting in here. No, none of you guys are making him do anything.
What do you guys want? We didn't talk about what we're gonna do.
Lucky you. I had to put clown makeup on.
I mean,
You skated out. Then he conveniently set his flight for Wednesday at 5. so he missed the show.
Just play devil's advocate here, but yes.
Well, I didn't conveniently. I was putting in the hours, putting in the man hours, putting in the work.
Clown makeup for an NFC Championship game loss. I mean, the stakes were higher. I will say that. So that's
If you talk to Niner fans, the regular season's the new playoffs.
That's right.
Like
7 in a row. I mean, what are you going to do?
I mean, that's the beauty of football, though.
That's
is
fine.
that every
You
game's
could
the
win
playoffs.
every single regular season game against us, but when you lose the NFC Championship game, it don't matter.
That's true.
How about Talanoa Humfunga? He's a great player.
Good player.
Don't even know who that is.
Good
Nobody
player.
cares.
Tridarius Ward.
Super overvalued.
Emmanuel Mosley.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. Well,
Good.
Yeah.
Robbie Gold. Or
You signed a
we
kicker
got you guys signed the guy who could not kick for us. It's Sam Sloman.
Something like that.
So get ready
Poor
for
Robbie
that.
Gold, man. I
the
saw
man
that I
retire.
saw that play, and it just brought me flashbacks. I've told you guys personally the story, but it was middle school. We used to play. I don't know if you guys did, but we used to play tackle football like during PE and stuff. And obviously, I went to school with a lot of pretty good athletes. I went to school with Damian Lillard's brother, who ended up being like a arena football quarterback. And just seeing him get run over like that, it reminded me of when we were playing tackle football. And I thought for some reason, Houston Lillard, who was Damian Lillard's brother, was running downhill, and I thought I could tackle him, and I got obliterated just like Gold, and it just brought back bad memories.
Yeah, I mean, another bad memory is probably Josh McDaniels Monday night as well. It's probably a bad one.
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think. Don't we have a?
Going for the field goal with Mr. I mean, you got a guy who can kick a extra point.
Hey,
blindfolded.
analytics said that to go for the 2 points. Dude.
Don't we have a segment later on that like we talk about football?
That's correct.
We can talk about it
I
again.
don't want to talk. I don't even want to talk about football at all. Like, is it hockey season yet?
It is hockey season.
Oh,
Hockey
there we
is
go.
here.
It's never hockey.
Did you happen to see, by the way, how they introduced the season? One of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It was the referee, center ice, goes, "Welcome to the beginning of the NHL season. This is where memories happen." Like, excuse me? Drop the puck, sir. What is going on here? You got to watch it. It's bizarre.
Wow, that is bizarre.
Yeah, very weird.
Was that Kanye West out there saying that or no?
Well, that would have been, anyway.
But anyways,
Don't
let's
need
get
him
into
slip inside
let's get into some topics here. The silver packs arrived, and I do have to give kudos to Topps on how fast they came out, because I think when we talked about this 3 weeks ago when the news broke about the cards not being in the packs, I was thinking we were going to be well into December before we got these packs.
I think I said 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
But yeah, moving quick.
They got them out. I know in 160 packs. So if you weren't aware of how we did things, we basically every break that had happened prior, that because we basically shut it off when we figured out there was no SPs and we waited to get these packs. So we did about 16 to 18 breaks prior to that. So basically went one by one and opened the allotment of packs, and everybody had their same team, which I feel is the only way to do it, because we pulled a Bo Bichette rookie auto, we pulled a Luis Robert auto. So the SP teams would have not, they would have gotten that pack, right? So we're doing it this way. It was the fairest way. It was a lot of work. We had a shipping department on it. But anyways, so in 160 packs, 2 Julio Rodriguez SPs, 2 Bobby Witt SPs, 1 CJ Abrams. I actually wound up pulling another CJ Abrams on Monday night, and then 2 autos out of 160 packs. Have you pulled?
Pretty good. So I did about probably a quarter of packs that you did. I did about 5 cases over the weekend. The only SP that I pulled was Hunter Green.
Okay.
And then I pulled 1 Bo Bichette Gold Refractor rookie auto.
Wow. Bo Bichette Gold Refractor rookie auto? Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
It was out of finest, though. It was
Oh,
it was
okay,
not a
okay,
chrome.
okay.
It was a finest.
Because mine that I pulled was refractor out of chrome. So
Okay.
it was chrome rookie. Like
I put a finest one. Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if you guys did. I tell you guys this before the show. Do you know what the Julio sold for?
No.
You saw it, didn't you?
No.
Well, because I put in the time and I put in the effort to understand the market value, I would say $1,800 is what it sold for. Oh, wow, what do you know?
Ding, 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 ding.
Look
ding.
at me.
Right on the money.
I mean,
Is that the right price?
How
What
do
do
I
you
do it?
guys think? I mean, he's not Jordan.
You said you pulled 2 of
He's not
these in
your
100.
man.
You said you pulled 2 of these in 160 packs.
Yes, but I think I defied the odds.
Yeah, I would say so probably, based on what I opened to over the weekend.
Yeah.
Is this just hype based? What do we think this settles at?
I mean, yeah, I think it's almost entirely hype. It's all of this is hype based. Now he had an exceptionally good rookie season. He is the clear and obvious chase. But yeah, for this to be like, I want to say this is only about. I saw like Blue Wave rookie autos of his going for maybe 1,500 more than this, which feels like not enough of a gap.
I think this
honestly.
actually at some point settles around $500 to $800.
I
Raw.
I do think it's gonna go down. I don't know if it's gonna go down as much as Dan said. The reason I feel like this will maintain its value
It
is
depends on
because
what happens in the playoffs.
that too.
He had a great first game.
But I will say, like, we talked about this 2 episodes ago, maybe 3 episodes ago. These short print SP based refractors, Topps has only been doing this for 2 years now. So we don't know the long term, like what other rookie. We don't have anything to go off of. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say on these refractor based SPs. So if they're as rare as we believe they are, this should be able to maintain its value, especially if they do pretty well in the playoffs, right? If they make a good run.
Well, here's some numbers just to compare it. So on October 10th, a purple refractor auto sold for $1,050. So would you rather have a purple auto or would you rather have the SP?
Knowing how rare the SP is, I might want the SP more.
Blue Wave number to 150 sold for $1,025. Now, I don't like the card design. Sorry, is this blasphemous? I don't like the card design.
No,
of
I
the
think
base
I
auto.
think
like
that
this one
it's
better
Of the
but
base auto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Let me-
just
let me-
the look, the
No, the consensus is that the Julio Rodriguez auto, like if that, because everyone thought that was what the rookie card's going to look like. I think the consensus is, no one really likes it. It's a spring training uniform. Yeah,
horizontal.
spring training uniform.
There's some guys I've seen that had a horizontal and a vertical. Does he have not
Not that I can tell, but obviously there's vertical on the rookie SP.
I think that blue wave's a little too busy for me.
Well, I think it's the way the camera took the picture, but I do agree with you. It's not your dad.
That's not like I'd like a blue regular. Do we have those?
Yeah. Yeah. So that adds a factor too. The horizontal does not look as nice as the vertical auto.
Yeah. That's what I'm a traditionalist, I guess. Call me that. I like card regular looking. I don't like books either. I just like the.
You don't like
vertical.
reading?
Oh,
I mean,
I'm not about books.
Books on tape.
I'm not about books.
Audiobooks. I mean, we are a podcast, so yeah, we do support the audio format.
Yes, 100%. That's
dude. I would rather have the SP seeing the rookie auto now. I would rather have this SP, and then I'll just go get his first Bowman if I want his autograph.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's was the thought of having the SP. Now is Witt's vertical though, so I thought maybe the SP guys would be horizontal to give you a different look, but no, I think it was just him.
The 100 green I pulled was vertical.
There's a few guys. There was a couple scrubs that I've pulled that were, that way too.
So when Topps Update comes out, that'll be his true Topps Update Chrome. That'll be his true base Chrome rookie.
Maybe.
Yeah, if we're gonna play
you can't, because you can't say this SP is gonna be his true rookie because it's a short print.
Yeah.
It should hold the value over time. I just don't think 1,800 is.
I think
it should hold his value over all his rookie cards.
Yeah, it should, right? It should.
It'll probably be like
base rookies, no autos. Yeah,
$500 to $800 when it all settles. Maybe $1,000.
Man, I know they had a heartbreaking loss yesterday, but man, if they could make a deep run here, I think it's gonna maintain its value all throughout the off season and.
Well, the hobby wants the
into next
Mariners
season.
to win. As much as that was a heartbreaker, let's get some wins on the board here.
I love Jordan's his bat flip. That's good for baseball. That is good. Like his swag when he hit that ball. I mean, it was no doubt, right?
I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't just like a wall scraper. That was a 440-foot home run to win the game.
We do need more of that in baseball.
100%.
Broke their back, man.
We need more of that swag. Like, let's anger the other team.
Was there 2 outs with nobody on too? So was there 2 people got? I know there was 2 outs when Pena got the hit, but was there 2 outs when?
I think they got.
I think they had 1 on. I think they had one
no,
on.
because the other guy got hit. So I think there was 2. I think there was 2 outs. There was 2 outs.
Well, it was 2 outs in the game for sure. It was 2 outs with 2
Jordan
on.
was up, but I actually think there was 2 outs with nobody on.
Well, I think they pulled the closer with 2 outs.
Yes,
to bring in Ray.
To bring in Robbie Ray.
To face Jordan.
Galaxy brain move.
It's I mean, if you could do it all over again.
Well, and that's and I'm obviously not Dusty Baker or Bruce Bochy, but I think Bruce Bochy always had a good pivot. You can't look at the stats during the regular season and say, you know what, Jordan's 1 for 10 against Robbie Ray, so we're gonna bring in Robbie Ray, who doesn't normally come in the 9th inning, and start him right here to face somebody that he's dominated all year
I know
long.
Bochy was great at managing a bullpen, but there's certain guys that he would go to that would make no sense. Hunter Strickland.
Hunter Strickland is the guy.
Hunter Strickland was like,
think of it.
You look like you can pitch.
And then
But
you gotta be good, right?
You look like a pitcher.
You gotta be good.
Yeah.
You just throw it right down the plate. You have 2 pitches. And then Bobby Witt, 430 on a Bobby Witt. So big difference. I mean, $1,400 difference here. Got to be the second, right? I'm assuming all the other guys fall well behind Bobby Witt here.
Yeah, I think so. He had a really, really good year. Bad defensive player this year, but the hobby doesn't care about that that much. Unless you're like a really good defensive player and a great hitter, that's when they really
and I seen because I hit one and I looked it up. I hit SP Wander over the weekend and it was horizontal, and I looked it up. He only sells for about like $120.
Wow. Interesting. And so another baseball topic that's been floating around, Henry Davis signed a ball that said, what did it say there, Cody? So like a 6 or 7 year old went up to Henry Davis, and
so
this ball also was in a sweet spot holder to
Yes.
prevent the player from signing anywhere but the sweet spot.
Kid goes up to Henry Davis. The catcher prospect, number 1 pick from the draft a couple years back. It's in a little sweet spot holder, and it said, "Stop using your kid for autos, please."
And you know what's actually ironic about that before we dive into this? That actually might sell for more than his auto.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's a one-off. It was proven that he signed it. So, I mean, a regular Henry Davis auto might sell for $30 or $40 on a ball, but this one, he becomes a star. It might be, I don't know, it might be on Golden Auctions.
So that was one of 2 incidents. Then another incident happened. Anthony Rizzo, Yankees first baseman, is coming out of a parking garage, and the video looks really bad because he rolls down the window, a kid comes up to him, and he starts pointing at the kid's dad like, "If you flip me off again, I swear I'm going to, do something." And it's like, whoa, what's happening here? Story was apparently the dad is like trying to flag him down. He doesn't see him because he's driving. Or trying, he's going to work or whatever.
But his car's not driving for him nowadays?
Yeah,
Jeez.
well, some guys like to drive themselves,
You hit home runs and just drive yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It really makes you feel like one of the people. Anyway, but yeah, I guess the guy flips him off, and then Rizzo's like, "Dude, you're using your kid. You literally just flipped me off, and now you're giving your."
He flipped him off to get his attention, or he flipped him off because
flipped
he
him off
wasn't.
because
Because he wasn't.
He drove by him because he was going into the parking garage. He was doing something else. I think he was at the stadium. He's going to work.
So he remembered him from earlier in the day, flipping him off.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Yeah. So
Speaking of self-driving cars, you brought that up. I saw a Tesla. One of your people.
My people.
Your people. Basically just cut somebody off today. Like does it do that in auto drive or
No, that's user
you just,
error.
You get no. I was like, man, I'm like, just because you're in a Tesla doesn't mean you can run people off the road. Well, maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, the lane changing is a little weird. I don't use that.
This person just almost sideswiped.
No, that's
somebody.
just Bay Area driving. That's you're out here.
that's fair.
We're like if we were a team of 32, we'd be ranked 32 in the entire
31.
United
I'd say
States.
LA would be 32.
Yeah, but they have a lot more patience than we do.
Ooh.
'Cause they sit-
Ooh.
I don't know.
I think
that
LA
is
has
that
less
is actually
patience.
Hard disagree.
That is a great topic. Why didn't we just have that as a segment?
It's been a slow week.
I mean,
You dip?
I
Worst
think
drivers, Bay Area or LA drivers?
I'm not gonna say that
no,
LA
I mean,
drivers are worse, but they're not more patient than us. They are more aggressive, and if you're not an aggressive driver in LA, you need to get out the way because they're gonna run you off.
well,
the road.
I mean, I've done a little
Maybe
bit.
aggressive is a better tactic.
Done a
because-
little bit of driving in New York, but you got to be aggressive.
Yep.
Got to
no,
be
but yeah,
aggressive.
because nobody drives in New York too.
Yeah. And then Chicago it's a little difficult over there to get around.
I think but every time I go to LA, once you hit, get down the grapevine.
Get off the grapevine.
And then you're in, like, you're going on 101, you could see LA. Like, I always feel like I got to speed up my car like at least 5 to 10 miles
Yep.
per hour more because the
gotta be
driving
very
is different.
aggressive.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive. I always feel, I'm like, am I driving faster than usual? And it's like, I was just on 5,
Well,
booking it. and I still feel like I'm driving
you'll just
faster.
get run right off the
Yeah.
road.
Right.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll be on the shoulder, just like,
See,
how
but
did I get here?
I prefer that because, like, I don't know how many times people get on ramps and stop in the Bay Area. It's like a merge to get on either the freeway or an expressway, and I don't know how they passed the driver's test, but they thought I'm just gonna stop here and wait for traffic.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you have your own lane to get in. Just keep going.
Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
But they do it all the time. And
But it's hard to sit there and just wait for. I mean, no one's gonna go on a highway and just like come to a complete stop and be like, "Go ahead."
yeah, and
Not
I'm
here.
talking about freeway on ramps. There's like the people stop. I probably faced it like a couple times this month.
Well,
where
out
somebody just
here
stopped.
on 101, you have no choice.
No,
Like,
there's people. I've been behind somebody that
it's
stopped there.
Well, no, there's a light there.
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking
You want
about.
them
I'm
just
talking-
to go straight to the light?
No, I mean, there is. I've done that before too. No,
What are
I mean,
you
it's
doing
like,
stopping? There's a light. We don't stop
we
here.
don't stop here. We got things to do. But
And then speaking of that too, like we're so used to SoCal and Northern California driving real quick before we move on. There's also other places, like you guys were mentioning other aggressive places like Chicago, New York. There's places like Atlanta where everybody goes a speed limit or lower. So you actually got to drive like slow. Like when I went over there to drive, I was like, what the heck is this? It's like you got to go like speed limit or slower because these people are like they're so like
they're just
they're not in a rush.
Sunday.
They're not in a rush to get anywhere.
When I was in like Raleigh, like North Carolina, it was kind of like that.
I felt like
nobody's speeding.
In Hawaii, in Honolulu, I felt like a maniac on the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going the speed limit. What's everyone doing?
Yep.
You were just swerving out of your way, like
Yeah.
let this guy pass.
Yeah.
Well, I think I kind of figured out what happened. Back to the the people getting memorabilia signed by players at games. Henry Davis's tweet said, "Great talking to Cash, 6-year-old, and signing his A's hat." Well, that just shows you right there what happened. He's an A's fan. Feel sorry for him. But probably from Henry Davis included that in there because why are you coming up to me? You have an A's hat on. I'm on the Pirates, right? He's still on the Pirates.
Yes.
Just know that.
Did I get
you don't know who I am. He said he didn't know my name, but his dad said he had to run across the field to get my auto. Hard to connect with fans when someone make a barrier between us. I will be catching in the pen today if any kids want to come and talk ball.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah,
but what are your thoughts? Because you're literally having this. The transaction here is literally like, "Hey, Mr. Player, I need $50." Right? That's in a nutshell. That's how the player's looking at it. It's almost like you're begging for money.
Yeah.
When you're getting an autograph.
I think.
But what if like players go back to inscribing it with the kid's name on it? Because that kind of devalues it, right?
I mean, they should.
Possibly, yeah. I was gonna say, like, obviously, I have no problems with adults getting autographs from athletes, like, but as long as they're doing it themselves, right?
Yeah.
And not necessarily using their kids just to get autographs that they want to just sell real quick, because obviously there's a lot of people that we know that are adults or like young adults that they get the autographs themselves. They go at the extra work to try to get these athletes autos. And
I mean, but it also I guess you could sell it without a COA because we have plenty of people doing that. But still, you also have to go to PSA, JSA, or
you got to get authenticated.
You got to get authenticated because I know there's a guy that does this with Curry at the games and then gets a PSA PSA. So I don't know if he's selling them, but maybe he wants PSA. But
and we actually have a good customer that always gets autographs. At those Warriors games all the time, from all the players and stuff, because he has pretty good seats, I guess. But
do you think the player, like, this is a question for you guys, and also for you guys that are listening, and you can comment on the video here, is, do you think the players are mindful of their value of their autograph?
I think they 100%.
That's what they're thinking about when they're doing this?
I think because of their contracts they've had with cards, like now the current players. And the players back in the day when they would do appearances, like they're getting paid to like go to these card shows back in like, the 90s. Like they know they're getting paid for this. They know there's value there. So they understand it. They've always understood it. I think that's why there's so much backlash. It's like you're using your kid to monetize off my name.
But this was never a thing like in the 80s. I mean, there were certain players. But you see this run rampant now. Mm-hmm. Like Hank Aaron and, Mantle and stuff. You never heard stories.
I think it was going on.
Like Babe Ruth would sign for kids all day long, or Babe Ruth would sign for people all day long. That's why there's so many Babe Ruth autograph personalized or even ball stuff out there.
I think it was going on. You just didn't have the social media to show attention to it.
And I think too, I think you agree, Dan, that like it's part of it's because it's out there so much more. The players can go look up how much their auto is worth. Especially a guy like Henry Davis, who's probably been signing a lot since he got drafted. He probably knows very well that his autos and his cards sell well for, prospects sell well. These guys are just way more aware of this.
And he has his own personal outlet to make it known, right? Like back in the 90s, what would a player do? Like go talk to the clubhouse manager and be like, man, I think they're like trying to use their kids to get autographs to like sell it somewhere. True. Like they don't, what are they going to do? Are they going to basically call up the local paper and go, I want you to write a column about this. Like
they wouldn't waste their time.
It's just you didn't have the reach that you have now.
And you could also throw eBay in that, right? So players probably in the 80s, they wouldn't see the stuff that would get sold because it'd probably be sold at a card show or a memorabilia show, right? But now, we've talked about this before on this show. Is like you wonder what these players. We don't know what they're getting paid, but let's just say Henry Davis is signing for Topps at let's say $5 to $10 an auto, and he's signed for 2 days worth of autos, right? And he sees his superfractor go for $20,000. He doesn't know that it's because it's a Topps card and it's a superfractor. He's just thinking, man, and maybe that's why a lot of guys don't sign past their initial signing. You don't see some of these guys until they turn into like a Trout who gets probably a massive autograph deal. But they probably there's probably a sense of they going on eBay because it's the new generation now, and they're seeing these prices and they feel like they got duped. Like they got underpaid. Not understanding the way that the card game works, and this card has to be pack pulled, and there's guys that sell for a lot less than them that are in the packs too. But you got to kind of get that sense, because if you're just playing baseball for 20 years and then now you got an autograph deal and somebody's like, I'm gonna give you $5 for your auto, you're like, yeah, that's awesome. All I gotta do is sign auto. But then you're like, 6 months later when the product comes out, you're like, wait a second, this is going for
they
$200,
probably
$400.
They probably do an eBay search with their name, autograph or auto, and then look at completed listings and then go highest first.
Yeah.
And go like, wait a second, I remember signing those cards.
Yeah.
I got paid $8 and that card sold for $12,000. Like, wait a second.
That's something else I think to take into consideration, is that you were mentioning these older players who showed up at a lot of these things, got paid for these things. Guys are getting, I mean, I don't know what Henry Davis's signing bonus was, but it was probably enough to be like you said, after the initial signing period is over, it's like, well, Henry Davis is getting paid a lot more than, Hank Aaron was getting paid to begin his career. So there's a little bit of like, do I even need this? Like, so
go back to like the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Like, unless you were like a top draft pick, you were going to the minors and you were struggling financially.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's just, it goes into what's going on with the Fanatics deals where the players are going to get more on the back end with this stuff now. So, yeah, players are just, they're smarter when it comes to this. They're more money smart when it comes to all this stuff, I think, nowadays, and it's easier to look this stuff up than it was in the past. Simple as that.
Well, and I get it. I'm in the industry, so I wouldn't do this, but like I get it's hard to ask somebody for their autograph. There's a lot of anxiety there. Some people don't have a filter, and they could just ask. So I get the pushing the kid, and maybe he wasn't going to sell it. I don't know. I mean, obviously the kid's wearing an A's hat, probably not going to keep it in the way the optics look, but it's tough. I mean, to this day, it's hard for me to like. I don't want to ask these guys for autographs. I'm doing stuff with them. I mean, we've been around a lot of players in this field, and
I mean,
and people are like, you didn't get his autograph. It's like I he was working. I don't want to be that guy.
It's against the rules for us to ask for autographs, like for the most part
in certain settings. Yeah.
Certain settings. But yeah, I mean, like you're saying, it is tough. You're like partnering with this person. You're working together with this person. Like, you don't want to make it awkward like that.
Well, who was it? Was it Anthony Kiedis and Flea that had a good thing about autographs? Remember we were reading that? It was like a couple months back.
I'll have to look it up.
Or was it Dave Grohl?
No, we were looking at that, but I think that these guys like would rather have a conversation with their fans. But it's they feel like the transaction is they're less human.
I saw something very...
They're just an object, right? So they're like, we'd rather, like the Chili Peppers were like, we'd rather sit and have a 10-minute conversation with fans than hey, can I take a picture, get an autograph? Hey, all right, bye.
Like the meet and greets.
Yeah, and it's like literally just somebody, and I'm guilty of this too, because I took a picture with Joe Montana. I mean, I did have a conversation with him, but like it's like the transaction is like you don't care about me, you care about how it looks on social media or how much money you're going to make on the autograph, right?
Yeah, I just saw something very similar to that Dave Grohl video that we watched is with Billy Joe from Green Day. He basically he walked up and he was signing everything, right? People had like albums and all this stuff, and he's just like, every time he'd sign, he's like, how much are you going to sell this for on eBay? Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen one of these yet. This is probably going to go for a lot on eBay. And he just kept on like going through the list, like saying like, look, I know you guys are here, and you're just basically like, I'm coming in and I'm just printing you guys money here, and then I'm going to go off and do my thing.
How much percentage would you put on like the people that are in that crowd trying to get things signed? How much are like people that just want that for like their personal?
I think it's about 95% of people who are trying
to sell. You mean?
95% of people were trying to sell. Like the at the airport, like when they know that like said famous person is going to be coming out of that terminal. I think 95, maybe even closer to 100%, is just autograph hounds who are looking to flip it and make money on
And
it.
how do those people know? Do they get in contact? I know we're spending a lot of time on this.
How does TMZ know?
That's what I'm saying. Does
Like, I
somebody
think
at Southwest? Because I mean, obviously, when
It's
you're getting on a
probably
plane,
the same network. Like the same people who talk to TMZ probably talk to the autograph people.
do that. But do they go up to like TSA or do they go up to Southwest or Delta and be like, "There's some of the names we're looking for"?
I'd imagine that's classified information, right? Like you can't just say that.
Grease the wheels of the TSA peeps, you know?
Or do they have somebody sitting in like a Texas airport or something that's like, "That's Dave Grohl. He's going to LA and it's landing." Get on the phone. Tell my people in LA.
It's just like you're following them around the terminal. They go to the bathroom. It's that classic Jamie Kennedy skit from Harold and Kumar. Like you just get in the urinal right next to him. You're just like, hey.
But I'm assuming there's probably got to be some kind of Discord, right? There's going to be some kind of Discord or something that's like, hey, if you're in the LA area and if you have Foo Fighters memorabilia, Dave Grohl's landing at 5:30.
100%. There is probably a huge network, and it very well could be like on Reddit or Discord or something like that.
I think it's even more simple of like guys are looking at tour schedules too and be like, okay, the last leg of their tour is here, or their tour's over, so they're probably going to be coming home to LA.
He's going to fly into LAX. I'm going to sit for
3 days.
I'm going to sit by the exit because I mean LAX. I mean you have famous people probably flying in and out of there.
But there's
all day
3
long.
airports there though.
Yeah, but
LAX is where most of the traffic still is happening.
I mean,
Burbank. I mean, we've seen
David Arquette. David Arquette. I don't know.
Not quite Dave Grohl.
Not quite Dave Grohl.
Yeah, that guy is pretty famous, man.
Hey, Scream's a pretty big franchise of movies. You know,
I mean,
he was married to Monica for a long time.
One of my favorite stories is that he looked like he had a night the previous night. It was like 7 a.m. He was just like going through the Burbank terminal and he looked pretty wrecked. It was pretty rock and roll.
Ready to rumble, underrated.
Well, let's get it. We got some more topics before we get into Guess That Price, so get ready for that one. I think it's going to be – I put it together. I think it's going to be pretty fun. But more juice-cased allegations. Juiced case. Not like Balco, but like the cases are too good.
Squeezing out the hits.
And they're handed – and the tinfoil hat crowd is saying that certain cases are going to certain people. So as you can see here, the Collectible Guru, there's a Backyard Breaks – has pulled the Cade Cunningham logo man out of NT. Mind you, NT's came out, 6-7 months ago now? It feels like it. Maybe it was only 3
It's been a while.
But there's been 4 major hits out of basketball products. The triple logo man that we talked about in prior episodes. The black finite Cade Cunningham out of Prism, which is the #1 hit out of that. So now it's just like, what is, the crowd's like, what's the mathematics? Like, how is this possible? How does one group keep getting these #1 hits out of products? So, and I see it. I see the optics. I understand what you guys are seeing. I mean, we pulled the Mac Jones. Nobody said we get juice cases. But anyways.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did, though.
They did?
Oh, yeah.
I must have tuned it out.
Oh, yeah.
But, they've had a lot of big hits over the last few months, and you can see it in the tweet #2 here. I will make this statement, is that Panini America, all of these products were sold prior to any of us getting them. They were sold to distributors. So there's no way that this was planted. And National Treasures is a perfect example of a product that's been out for 5 months. So this was just sitting on the shelf somewhere, sitting at a distributor, and they got the call, got a reorder going, shipped out to them. It's luck of the draw. They do a lot of volume. They have 4 to 5 channels on Whatnot, and they go at it. They go through it, and they only focus on high end. So they're going through a lot of high end. So that's simply that. The distributors don't care where the cases are coming from. Panini's already sold it, so they don't care if you get nothing in your case. They don't care if customer gets it.
They want you to get.
But they don't care.
They want
where
you to enjoy the process.
They want you to enjoy
opening.
That. Yes, but they don't know where these things are going because it's already sold. So why do they care?
Yeah, they're not sitting on pallets and pallets and pallets of National Treasures in the Panini warehouse. They're not. And plus, like if they were, and then these cards come out, that's not beneficial for them if they are holding on the product because now you have another product hit that's gone out of the product. So we've seen it happen with Flawless. That triple logo, man, when it was pulled, Flawless started dipping. It was dipping.
We lost $100,000 on Flawless after that.
Oh, dip.
I would prefer it to still be in the cases.
You dip, we all dip. Flawless was dip in.
That's a great song, by the way.
Super dip.
Somebody needs to redo that song. I put my hand up on your hip.
I think there's a dance.
Please don't.
There's a dance that went along with it.
That should be your losing of the bet. You should stand up and do the dance right now. But some blue checkmark people came out. Matt Overton, who is that a former baseball player?
Football.
No, you're talking Dylan. Dylan Overton.
That's what I was thinking.
Dylan Overton.
Yep.
Is it possible they get juiced? You put an arrow, former NFL player. I can see. I can't read. I cannot read, guys.
Well, there goes that whole book talk again.
Yeah, exactly. Hooked on phonics work for me. Is it possible that they get juice cases because of their viewership? Once again, to dispel that theory, this product came out 5 months ago. There's really no legs. They're the ones still doing it. We decided to not do it because it's gotten a little bit overpriced. It's not NBA season. They stuck with doing it. Their crowd wanted it, so there's a matter of time. They hit it. Panini would probably want these out if they were planning this. They'd probably want this out in like preview cases. Maybe not necessarily this hit, but they would want, if they were juicing the cases for sales, they'd want something big to come out early.
But not too big.
Not too big.
Not too big. You don't want to show off the product hit.
But Cade also, was he the biggest hit when the product came out?
Yes. Yeah.
You think so?
Definitely.
But it was pretty close between him, Mobley.
I do believe the Jalen Green logo man has now been pulled as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anybody, it would have been Green, I think would have been the number 2. But, Cade is the guy. Is the number 1 pick. Had a great second half of his season.
And he's dipping now.
Yeah.
And then Hoodie Allen, who's a hip-hop star. Do we anybody?
I don't.
He's got 1 million plus followers.
I can tell you, I was like, who's this guy? Oh, 1 million followers. Also looked into him. First of all, I was like, who is this guy? Brand new guy. He's only been around, I guess, since 2015 or so. But used to work at Google and then became a hip hop star.
That's
the normal trajectory for hip hop.
Obvious. That's obvious. I don't even know. I don't know how that doesn't happen like
rags to riches.
Every month that should happen.
Riches to riches.
Right. And then we had some we had Real Breaks. They are ripping more product than everyone else. These particular products, the math is in their favor. Like other big breakers, they source their product from many different distributors and often dealers. Panini does not offer product direct unless you have a brick and mortar. And we'll tell you what, there's no brick and mortar that's getting more than 1 to 2 cases. So
maybe like the
larger established ones.
Maybe the brick and mortars that have been around for a long time, they may be getting like 4 or 5 cases, but I don't think any direct account that is a typical brick and mortar is getting more than 5 cases direct.
Watch the Breaks, our friend over there who's got a great Twitter account if you're not following it, at Watch the Breaks. How many different channels are Backyard Breaks at this point? And what percentage of high-end products are they getting relative to the rest of the pool? ? If they are breaking 60% of Flawless, it's not that fishy. If they are breaking 10% of Flawless, it becomes more fishy. Just it's literally if you watch them, they're not breaking much base product.
Maybe they're just better at opening up boxes than everybody else. You ever think about that?
They've trained just like you did on eBay.
I mean, I get it. I put in the work. They put in the work.
But I actually to talk about them, and we did a report when the old Trevor Lawrence thing came out, and I was thinking about it again last night because I saw this Cade get pulled, and I was like, I'm starting to think that was planned. You know what I mean? The gold Trevor kaboom, because basically there's a lot of haters, there's a lot of lovers, and this is just my opinion. I'm not saying it is, but
allegedly.
Just think about where they were when that happened to where they are now, right? So you do a free giveaway, you pull it back and say, we're not giving this away, right? And then all of a sudden your name is out everywhere. Everybody's talking about you in a negative way. You now go to the Girls and Boys Foundation and you donate $20,000 and you give away whatever on the feed. Now, there's still haters, but every time something comes up about them, somebody comments.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, the way that this is getting lined up now is almost like that was like their Kim Kardashian moment, their early Kim Kardashian moment.
Wow. Wow, wait. Oh, that took a different direction.
Now you got to have when she made Keep Up with Kardashian.
Oh yeah, I get.
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
the
saying.
one.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's where she got famous. Yep, that's how we all know.
But that's my hot take. I mean, like, it was a free giveaway. It was a $10,000 card that got pulled and then said we can't give this away. How much press did that give them? How much people are still talking about that?
You gotta pull the card first, right?
Yeah, but it could have been something that's like.
So you think they were just like, okay,
next time we pull a free
we're gonna
giveaway.
do all these giveaways, and then when we pull one that is really, really big, we're gonna do the old psych, not gonna give it away, and we're gonna get tons of bad press. But we just started. Like I think the risk versus reward is too great on that.
Did it not work?
Yeah, but it could have very easily didn't work, and they could not even be here at this point. I don't think you take that risk. I think that's crazy. I get what you're saying. I get it, but
I mean, these are young guys. They know how social media works, right? And they could have said, we're gonna make a like what's the way to make the.
So they basically have designed a pathway for all of us to get super famous.
I don't know about that.
Well, no. I mean, you're saying that they did that. Why wouldn't you take your own advice?
It's a big gamble. It's a
Okay,
big gamble, but
there we go.
But you see the results now. But if when we originally talked about this story, everybody thought they were done. So it looked like it looked like just being dumb. But now I'm just saying, like, look at the name, look at how the industry's perception of them has changed, and literally it was like they had everybody marketing for them.
Like
they had the entire hobby. Yeah, we're doing it
right now. Like right now.
We're doing it right now.
Right now.
Right
right
now.
now.
They got us again.
Oh, son of a.
Mojobreak.com to buy your brakes. Mojobreak.com. Mojobreakshop.com for your sealed wax. We're also on Whatnot too.
We pull fire. I swear.
All day.
We don't have juice cases.
We don't.
All right, Mojo Break Blitz time. It is time for another week of Mojo Break Blitz. It was a rough one for you guys. I mean, losing to Cooper Rush,
he's the GOAT.
I think I saw that the Chiefs are 27-3 against the AFC West opponents.
Annoying.
And just Patty is your daddy. It was a tough week. It was a great week for the Niners. I mean,
very good week.
You guys went against a barely
bad team,
barely an NFL
quite
franchise.
possibly a team that again I said it. I'll eat crow here.
You guys, it's not like it was close.
You beat.
It was
37-15 is not close.
It ended up not looking that close, but 3/4 of that game, they were one play away from being right back in.
The defense is very, very good.
Yeah.
They're a very good defense.
The Niners defense is
number one in the league.
It's a good defense. It's a good. I'm trying to give a compliment over here. It's a good defense.
It's very good.
Not a great defense. It's a good defense.
Number one in the league.
It's a good defense.
Yeah.
Cowboys was good defense last week too.
No, the Rams offense. We're probably one of the worst in the league right now.
I actually looked it up.
I'm not, and I wish I was lying.
They are like 25th in the league.
They are a bad offensive team.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now I have to think, should Matt Stafford have, because it sounds like there's a problem here. That
yeah, we're going to trade him like we did Goff.
Right. Well, I mean, he's hurt. Like, he's clearly
He's not hurt.
Well, he was hurt.
He threw the elbow's not bad. He threw a 60-yard bomb in the air to Tutu Atwell. He's fine.
Okay.
He's fine.
Now
the offensive line, not fine.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
And so he won't be healthy
much
longer when you have 5 guys who are just swinging gates. Like
Bookworm out there.
It's.
If only we could combine the Rams defense and the Raiders offense, we'd be the perfect team, bro.
The Rams defense have 2 guys. That's it. They have 2 guys.
Well, I
They
mean,
have Ramsey and Donald. That's it.
They're still better than a lot of defenses.
our defense is still pretty highly ranked.
Yeah.
Who you guys got this? You guys got Carolina this week.
can't-
We have
That's a get right
and
game.
that's
the litmus test.
This is it. Like, I don't know if I can go further in the season.
We don't even know who the Panthers quarterback. Who's the Panthers quarterback?
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
Oh,
PJ Walker.
SFL
But
star.
you know what happens? I want to know the
don't-
stat
don't.
line. No, I want to know the stat line of in interim coaches. It almost seems like it's 70% win. Because remember when Tom Sula came in at the end of the year, got that win? It's like every time it's like the culture changes for 1 week, and then the team goes back to sucking. But it's like that motivation of having a new coach for 1 week.
Can't lose against the Panthers.
But you guys are in the neutral field of SoFi, right? Is there going to be more Panther fans?
No.
Panther fans don't travel. Sorry to anyone listening.
Well, there was
from
more
the
Niner fans in
Carolinas.
Carolina, so or Charlotte.
Yeah, that was a lot of red in Carolina.
I just football. It's early in the season still, so before you start figuring out where that parade's going to be in San Francisco, relax, pump the brakes.
Gotta get better,
and the parade will not be in Santa Clara. It won't
it'll be down
It
Market
won't be
Street.
down Monroe Street in Franklin.
Yeah.
It won't be.
I like it.
Down home. Yeah. Anyway,
We got week 5 stars. We've got Eckler, Josh Allen, no surprise. Taysom Hill. It might be the only time we talk about Taysom Hill on the show. And
Breece Hall.
Rookie interesting
doing
note.
big things.
Interesting note of Taysom Hill. Rookie cards are on the Packers. By the way, contenders. I forget which year.
I think there was a moment where I was like, am I going to pull seriously within like 6 months? I think I pulled every Taysom Hill auto in existence at one point. There's a lot of them out there, more than but hey, whatever. He had a great game.
Doing it all.
Yeah. What? 3 touchdowns? 3 total touchdowns?
4.
Good God.
Hey,
One
I
for
think
waiver wire.
I think he ran for 2. He passed for 1. I think he caught 1. I think he actually kicked a field goal.
I think he was playing on special teams.
I think he's a
too.
long snapper.
Yeah.
I think he does it all. I think he has a headset. I think he's coaching.
Yeah, he's coaching. He's also coaching.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah.
He does it all. I mean, hard to hate what he does for the game, right? Like, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting to.
Yeah, and
I don't know why teams don't stop it. They just he goes out there and they know it's going to be a trick play. They know he's going to be involved in it somehow, and he still scores.
I felt like, you know what? I just realized this weekend. It felt like, everything comes around. Everything old is new again. Like if you see fashion, all that. So basically, it's 2007 again, 2008. The Wildcat is back.
It's back, baby.
The Wildcat is back. Taysom Hill having the big game.
Where's Ronnie Brown?
And the Giants did it how many Wildcat plays did they do in that game? And the Packers kept falling for it in that game.
You know what's back, and I think I was talking to you about it. The quick goal line shuffle pass that does not work.
It never works.
Unless it's Travis Kelce.
That one that Burrow did on Sunday night.
Patty.
Yeah.
We have a candidate on here. I feel a strong candidate. But if you had to pick an MVP, I know it's early. I know it's really early. Who's the MVP right now?
Well, he's probably on there. Josh Allen. I don't know if he is the MVP, but Josh Allen is definitely up there.
Allen.
He's
Boy,
torching
you guys are
people.
forgetting about Patrick Mahomes?
Actually, Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
You know what? The kicker love. He's so good.
I'm actually going to say a guy who we've been highlighting a few times. I think Saquon Barkley is the MVP right now.
Hopefully the injury's not too serious.
Where are they? Where are they without him? That is not a good team. But they're 4-1 because Saquon Barkley has been really good.
Nick Chubb is leading the league in rushing.
He is.
That's also, I think he is going kind of unnoticed for what he's doing, especially with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's having a good year.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's clearly Patrick Mahomes. I think people expect Patrick Mahomes to have the season. He's got 15 touchdowns to Allen's 14. Sorry.
One more.
And he has 2 interceptions. Allen has 4, and he has a higher QB rate. And he's first in a.
What about the yardage?
What about rushing?
Yardage, a little bit less on the yards. 1,600 yards for Allen and 1,400 for Mahomes. But I think we expect this from Mahomes. I don't think anybody's talking about it. But 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
And Josh Allen probably has, like Dan said, has more rushing yards too.
Probably more rushing yards.
If I need a quarterback right now,
It's Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen.
I'll also, because I always go to bat for him, I also want to throw Lamar Jackson into the conversation.
I thought you were going to say Justin.
I'm not going to throw Justin Herbert into the conversation
Come on,
yet.
man.
Not yet. We're not there yet. No, Lamar Jackson, I think, deserves to be in the conversation. I know the Ravens had an ugly win, but, I still think that's a guy that, if I'm going to go the old football terms, that's a winner right there. But he really, truly makes a difference on that team.
I think he's rightfully on the podium.
Yeah, he's third, probably.
I think he's on the podium. I think ain't nothing wrong with bronze.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's Allen, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
What about week 6 picks? I know I was off finally on my Dobbs pick. I mean, I don't know what happened. Green Bay didn't travel well to London. But
I just want to ask, was I right with my Bailey Zappi pick? I don't really know.
The Lions didn't score.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah, they won. I mean, he was a game manager, though. I was looking up his cards before we started. No big movement, which is, I got to be honest, was a bit reassuring. I was like, oh, God, if his cards are going through the roof after that win.
How long does he play for? Because Hoyer's on IR.
He's on IR. And Jones is out for at least another month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zappi's going to get a chance.
The season is riding on Zappi.
Yeah, basically. Hey, and look, we need rookie QBs to succeed in this hobby. Pickett. I will say the defense is what didn't look good against Buffalo.
Pickett
on
had
Sunday.
300 yards.
Pickett threw a lot of yards. Got a little heated. Lost his temper a little bit at one point. So I still think
typical rookie stuff,
good.
Man.
Yeah.
When I look at Pickett, it's like
frustration.
He's gonna have some games where he looks good.
Kenny Pickett looks like he might go to a Morgan Wallen concert. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't even know who that
Don't
is.
know. Yeah,
I
know
Morgan
the name.
Wallen?
I know the name.
I know who you're talking about, but
Little whiskey glasses. I don't
Sure.
know. Hey. Anyways, I think I'm going to start off my pick this week. It's waiver wire special for me in the league, and is Ramondre Stevenson. I think he keeps it up because we're just talking about Zappi. I think clearly they're going to try to run the ball against the Browns. I know the Browns defense can be pretty good. And it is in Cleveland.
They got Garrett and Damian Black. I don't know about that pick, bro.
They are in Cleveland, but I'm going to double down, and I think it's a guy from the 2020 rookie class that we overlook. If I had a second pick, I feel like Trevor is going to light up the Colts, and I think we need that. I think the hobby needs Trevor to have another good game.
Yeah.
He's been very Jekyll and Hyde this year.
Yeah. I mean, I like Ramondre Stevenson pick in general. I just don't know this week against that Browns defense he's going to be.
He's going to have opportunities, but we'll see if he can rack up the yardage like he did against the Lions.
All right. I mean, I was 2 points away from being my pick last week being right, bro. Derek Carr had a decent game. We almost won.
Yeah, and they even gave him the Tom Brady treatment in the end of the half there. It was clearly a fumble.
I mean, if you had picked that photographer at the end of and that got pushed to the tunnel, you would have been the ultimate winner.
I don't think
that guy's going to make some money.
He went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Kind of tripped.
He's fine.
Kind of tripped.
He's getting but yeah, it's...
No, he got slaughtered by Devontae Adams.
No,
yeah, he did.
He's fine.
No, he got...
Devontae Adams was just trying to get some Taco Bell back in his house.
That's true.
Dude.
That's
He
true.
was just on his way back to get some Taco Bell at his house, dude.
No, he was on his way back to his house to call Aaron Rodgers and say, I messed up.
Nah,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Can I come back, Aaron?
I'm sorry.
No.
Actually,
Come back to
not
what?
not
They
not
lost in London to the freaking Giants.
Yeah,
What is he
not
going back
after
to?
not after that week. I think he's like he's all maybe I should
Fresno?
He's all maybe I could just sit the rest of this year out. Like
Listen, the Raiders' schedule open up after this bye. We should win the next 4 after we come off this bye.
What's the percentage of making the playoffs after starting 1-4?
It's not good.
It's not good, but
1%.
that game was super important, and it was very close. We had multiple occasions where we could have won that thing. So
That sucks.
the Raiders could be 4-1.
Yeah.
Easily. All games were less than a
The
score.
Raiders could be 4-1.
that's my takeaway.
And I hate to say it, the Rams could be 0-5.
Yeah.
We're not that. I mean, we won 2 games and we kind of were winning.
Weird league this year, honestly.
Yeah.
Just weird. That's the only thing I will say for the Raiders and any team that isn't doing well right now is that everything right now is so mediocre for the most part of the NFL.
How bad the Rams have been, we are 1 game out of first place.
Right.
That is, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah.
Well,
Niners should be 5-0.
We should have beat the freaking Broncos
They
and
should
the
be
Bears.
5-0.
That's
You guys should
sad.
be ashamed of yourselves just letting us in there.
But like even the teams that are good right now, like the Giants being 4-1, like I don't believe in that team.
My pick this week is Desmond Ridder plays against the Niners this week.
You think they're gonna?
I think that
Wow.
they are. I don't know if it's going to be a benching situation, but I think we're going to see Ridder this week.
Okay. I like that one. My pick. We have a big game this weekend between the Eagles and Giants. That's a huge game. I think it's on Sunday night. Eagles and Giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or no, Eagles and Cowboys.
Eagles and Cowboys.
Eagles and Cowboys.
That's a. I mean, those
Giants
guys
go
gonna
against
face each other,
the
too.
Ravens this week.
So that's a huge game. I think. My pick for this week is gonna be Jalen Hurts in that game.
Giants get
going 6-0.
Giants get destroyed this week against the Ravens.
I think
this is when everything comes crashing back down to reality.
This is the wake up call game.
I think the Giants go on a 4 to 5 game losing streak after that.
You think
I think this is.
You think they're overrated right now?
Oh yeah, I think
every game has been a squeaker. They've all been low scoring.
I think this is the start of the decline of the New York Football Giants.
I don't know, man. After that win in London against the Packers, I was like, I'm starting to
but it's London.
Believe in
they
them more.
need
it's
Saquon
London, going to London's the wild card.
Yeah.
You could be the greatest team in the league. You show up to London. It's a long travel time. You're out of your element. You could throw up a goose egg.
They need Saquon to perform 100 yards on the ground minimum for them to win. And if he has any injury problem this week,
I just don't think they have a shot at stopping Lamar Jackson.
No, absolutely,
especially with Ronnie Staley back.
Absolutely not.
So it's not really. That's my prediction for the next month is that the Giants they don't win. They don't win a game for the next month.
I was off the Giants train until this past weekend, so I'm actually the opposite of you. But yeah, I think that division in general is really going to be an interesting one for the next month or two.
Much better than it should have been. I'm going to say the entire offenses of the Bills and the Chiefs, just because it's a rematch of that incredible game from last year.
Are we getting that rematch this weekend?
Yeah, that's the rematch this weekend.
Wow.
Is Bills and Chiefs. I can't wait.
Who's the favorite of that one?
I don't know off the top of my head who's the favorite. I'm looking right now. Let's see if I can get a line.
Whoever's home is probably going to be the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City's at home, so I think they are the favorites. I don't know what the line is.
1.5.
I'll tell you what, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
you need a motivational game like the one that Petty had against Buccaneers.
Final score
2 Sundays ago.
Final score of 41 to 45, 40 to 45. I don't know.
In the
both
40s.
teams are going to get in the 40s. I don't even know who wins.
Cody is betting the over.
Betting the over by a lot. Give me the over by a lot.
I think my pick would be Bills destroying Chiefs.
Give me another Travis Kelce 5 yards, 4 touchdown game. Just that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be insane.
All right, guys, it's time for Guess That Price, and I'm in the host chair. I picked the cards this week. We got Cody as a competitor, and we're gonna get right into it, guys, with the first card. Baseball. The guy hit the walk-off yesterday.
Ooh, okay.
2018 Bowman Chrome, Yordan Alvarez, Gem Mint 10, number to 50, gold refractor auto, sold on August 18th.
August 18th.
So who's confident on this one?
Two
I figured I'd throw Cody a little curveball right at the gate. We're doing 7 cards.
Softball here.
Is that
7 cards?
first Bowman gold?
First Bowman gold.
We're doing 7 cards today on Guess That Price. So
say 10.
all right, who wants to go first? I think Dan's always the champ, right?
Yeah, his cards have definitely fluctuated. I'm going 6,200.
I'm going 8,000 for the 8 runs that they had yesterday.
I might have got too low. 4K.
8,000 C-Rod?
Yep.
And then Dan or
6,200.
Cody went what?
4,000.
4,000. C-Rad getting 1 point in the win column. $8,600.
Wow.
$8,600. That's about the amount of feet he hit it yesterday. So, yeah, what a win early on for C-Rad.
8,000 for a guy who doesn't play his position.
Yo, I won the last time we played. I'm on a streak.
All right. Here's one for you, C-Rad. We are going to go with your boy, and this is the worst picture of any listing I've ever seen. It is a Derek Carr rookie year national treasures, not the true RPA, but a laundry tag, 1 of 1 that sold on July 29th. So before yesterday's game.
Yeah, right.
That's a nice card.
1 of 1 laundry tag.
All right, so we got to kick it over to C-Rad, our resident Raider expert or Raider scrub, to make the pick here. So go ahead and show us your score.
Niners don't got too many wins over us right now.
Only 2.
All right, 4.5. 4 to 4,500.
All right, C-Rad is going 4,500. We got a little bit of a question from Dan. He's surprised. Dan.
1,100.
1,100 for Dan.
Damn.
And I went way too high on this thing. 6,000. It's 1-on-1 laundry tech.
6,000.
That's
All
probably
right.
too high.
Well,
It's way too high.
actual price.
I'm based on the
4,794. Another one for C-Rad. Are you guys gonna compete?
We're trying.
Are you guys gonna compete against the great C-Rad?
I'm not actually. I'm not trying.
Apparently not. All right. Well, I feel like I'm starting to think maybe I picked some of these for C-Rad here.
What the hell?
We've got
Z.
We've got a Zion he looks slim. He looks like he can get up there and make
thick.
some dunks again and maybe not blow out some shoes. But we've got a rookie year 1920 Panini Contenders. Cracked ice is always nice. Zion Williamson 9/5/10 autograph.
That card is sick.
Sold on August 20th.
Oh my god, bro, that's dope.
August 20th. What do you guys got? We got to start with C-Rad.
I mean, the market's dipping, right? It's dipping.
You dip, we dip, I dip.
I got
Yep.
21K, Doug.
Whoa.
21K, C-Rad.
I got 18,200.
Cody.
Yours is way too low. I already could tell.
By his reaction. Yeah, when he was like,
Way too
oh.
low.
Cody's all $850.
$1, Bob. 7,750.
You might be able to get 2 silver prisms. for that
7,750. Well,
Maybe going too low sometimes works.
you guys want to take side bets? Actual price, $31,800. Zion is still king of the hobby.
Zion, what?
And C-Rad going for the sweep here. We got 4 more categories, so he wins the next one. You guys are just going for second.
Oh my God.
Nothing
Okay,
wrong with
this is
bronze, I
embarrassing.
guess. Nothing wrong with
All
silver.
right, hockey. Oh, there we go.
Yep, and we are going to pivot into some hockey, where this should be Dan's category
Kale
here.
Maker.
We've got Cale Makar, Future Watch. Interesting of note, so they're numbered to $9.99, but the first 50 that are signed, they have their debut date. So this one is one of those. So it has the debut date of when he first took the ice. And this is a 2019-20 SP Authentic, sold on July 17th. And July 17th. So we're gonna see how C-Rad's hockey knowledge. I know he's been breaking some hockey.
Fresh off of a cup win.
Oh, thanks for that knowledge.
Eh.
I didn't even know that.
Did you not know the Avalanche
ass.
won the Stanley Cup?
No, I have not. Sorry, hockey collectors.
I love the Quebec Nordiques.
All right. So what do you got, C-Rad?
All right, I'm going 11K, Doug.
11,000.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
3,800.
3,800 for Dan.
2,500.
2,500 for Cody. Actual price. You guys want to take side bets on who?
I mean,
gets
if
this one?
you can't blame it. I didn't even know that they won, bro.
Actual price 2,500. Cody gets within
Right on the dot.
No, I'm sorry, $2,537.
I'll
So
still take it.
so it's
Only
close enough.
$37 off.
Man, that is incredible.
Count still.
That is incredible.
Count still.
Rigged.
Still in.
Rigged. Dan is not on the board after all the confidence early on.
Boy.
All right, so we got. This is the first, and we're talking World Cup. We're getting ready for the World Cup. Kilian Mbappe. This is a red number to 5, but it came out of the Paris Saint-Germain top set, which goes for about $10,000. So that's something to note. You're guaranteed a Kilian Mbappe auto in there, but you're not guaranteed 1 to 5. So this sold.
Is that number to 5?
It's number to 5.
It's red.
So we got to start with
Refractor or paper?
They're chrome.
Chrome.
Red refractor.
All right, cool. All right, so
Some heat.
Cody's going first. Hold on, let me
Some
put down
heat.
my number real quick, bro. Hold on, bro.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm about to make an insane call, but it's Mbappe and it's red.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's smeared too, as of note.
All right. $35,000.
Okay, I do believe. We can't change our price. I do believe there's only 100 of these sets.
Yes.
They're really rare.
So I think all of them are numbered, but this is obviously the most rare besides the Super.
Yeah, there's only 100. So I mean, it could be 30.
Might not
Could
be crazy.
Could be 35K.
40K.
Jesus.
There you go.
Okay.
Wasn't that crazy?
Okay. 17,500.
Oh, you low, Dan.
It's low.
How much, Dan?
17,500.
Actual price. $45,100. C-Rad is our winner. He's doing the walk-off. Hold on, I'll get back in there.
So,
let me do that dance again. You dip.
Why? Why?
45,000. You don't think it's worth
Why
that?
would you? So the set wholesale is 12,500.
Yeah. So you hit something like that.
But there's only like 50 or 100 sets.
Yeah, we have one.
We have
Actually, I think there's 300 sets to be fair.
Well, now we're just making it up.
But it's Kilian Mbappe, and to note, he's going to have his first France World Cup auto in National Treasures. By the way, he's a Panini exclusive, and I know who's got some National Treasure soccer on the website right now.
So you're saying
Mojobreak.com.
those cards can go north of 40 grand.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, we don't throw around prices, even though this whole segment's about throwing around prices.
Except for this segment. That is the only time we do it.
All right, I actually feel like Cody might get this one. We'll see. We're going to switch it up to Marvel.
Oh.
Chris Evans as Captain America. This is out of Marvel Black
win this
Diamond.
one,
Black Diamond, right?
I'm going to win
shout
this one,
out
too.
to the Cardster, getting a little press here on the show. 33 out of 49 sticker auto out of Marvel Upper Deck Black Diamond.
Yeah.
And I believe we go to C-Rad, who's already got. He's just coasting.
I'm going to win this one easily, Doug.
All right.
I have no idea.
That's a theme.
No idea. I just
1K.
All right, C-Rad going with 1,000 doll hairs.
2,100.
2,100.
I'm going higher. 6K.
6K.
That's
Probably
way off.
6K.
That is way off. I'll tell you
Probably.
right now.
Well, actual price $1,925. Dan doesn't skunk.
There's one thing I know as a Captain America. Who's it again?
Chris Evans.
That guy.
All right, now,
Oh, God.
now we're gonna get into the best card of the bunch here.
$1.
My love for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Scrub.
2014 National Treasures. Number to 10, 2 out of 10.
$85.
Gem 10. And to note, this sold October 9th, so it was after the Rams and around the time we played the Panthers.
Oh,
So
okay.
we got to start with Dan.
I'm serious.
Hold on, let me write down.
Hold up. Let me. I really don't think this is. This might actually be too high.
Well, you guys are playing for silver here, so.
Yep.
1,200. I almost put 900.
$4,900.
Well, that's a good bet.
1150.
Oh.
I think I said that.
I actually.
Damn, you guys are close.
I was gonna say.
Who's getting silver,
I was
Doug?
gonna go 900.
What did you put, C-Rad?
4,900.
And then Cody.
$1,150.
Actual price. You
About
can
me.
tell Dan is a fan of Jimmy G. He knows the market. He was probably studying that. We're looking at $2,247.22. And Dan is the winner by $50.
The results of this are not surprising. All right, Cody, you can go back now.
Yep. I've been banished. Banished to back behind the computer.
You got
after
bronze.
that showing.
You
Yeah, I
got
didn't-
bronze.
I didn't. do-
Now you are 50% from 1,000%.
I'm still 500.
Still 5, like the
take it.
Giants. Like the Giants.
Still 500.
But you know what? People say, and these are all recent prices. I mean, this shows you right now that maybe the market's not dipping on certain cards.
If anything,
$45,000 for an Mbappe.
if anything, it shows me that soccer is ready to roll.
Yeah.
And high end stuff too. It's like it's not gonna affect it.
The fact that Mbappe is exclusive to Panini, and his first France card is going to be an NT, that's huge.
Yep. And hopefully they get some patch autos in there of him.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. He's already had Prism cards. He's already had National Treasures base cards, but this is his first auto.
Nice.
So, and I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'll go back and show that there is that card. It was smeared, and it still sold for $45,000. The
It's
ink
that red,
is
man.
the ink
Red.
is-
It's that red.
It's that red, man. It's
In a
doesn't
$12,000 set to get a number to 5 of the biggest names is on that team or that club is huge.
Is Messi guaranteed in there too?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
And
Neymar.
And Neymar. Yeah. Big set.
Pretty
big
big
set.
deal.
Wow.
Well, you guys, we're also doing a free soccer break on Monday, this upcoming Monday. So if you're listening to this podcast, you can find it on our Instagram through our link tree. It's a World Cup mosaic box break, free to enter. So head on over there. We'll be doing it Monday at noon. So get a chance. And we're going to be doing more of those. So if you sign up late, you might get into the second round of boxes that we're going to be doing. As we get into the road of the World Cup, and National Treasure Soccer 2022 is available on Mojobreak.com. Pick your country. So I think France is still available at this moment. So we just hyped up Mbappe. Might grab France, give it a shot. Portugal's up there as well. So check that out. Check out Mojobreak.com for your upcoming breaks. Mojobreakshop.com. If you caught this late, rewind it and watch the beginning. There's a heck of a deal. If it's still available, you might as well try it. Mojobreakshop.com for your breaks. And we'll see you for episode 260 on The Hype.